Now, I'm sure as you're all very well aware, that was a clip from the YouTube channel Really Haunted. Now, you're probably wondering, Ben, why are you looking at Really Haunted today? Well, I had an email which I actually didn't expect to receive whatsoever because I didn't think I was like kind of like that person, right? But I received an email from someone who watches the videos on this channel, and they said, "Hi Ben, I blanked out the name because I don't know if they want their name shared, but they said from YouTube, I'm just checking to make sure I have the right email address for you because I left it in the comment section because they said they wanted me to check out a channel." And they said, "I hope that you are happy and well. The channel I was suspicious about is the one someone else commented on called Really Haunted, which you've probably heard of." I have. "I did want to hear your calm and measured thoughts on this, in their words, dreadful channel. I only came across it the other night by accident. I was rather shocked by how many subscribers they have, and the content too is atrocious. It makes a mockery of the real, genuine channels and the paranormal community as a whole, in my opinion. I thought we had it bad in the UK with Most Haunted, but this guy's channel, well, words fail me. Keep up the great work, and I am enjoying your channel and its content. Thank you, love and respect." So, I've obviously, like, I know very well about Really Haunted. Literally, like, when I was making paranormal content, I would use, like, Really Haunted as, like, a benchmark to get ideas from, to, like, see what kind of things, like, Lee would do, and, like, I would try and mimic or copy some of the stuff, because if it worked for him, maybe it would work for us. Very unoriginal, I know, but that's just the way that it was for us. And it was a really... I know, like, there are countless channels out there that have, you know, pulled apart Lee's content and, like, debunked it, quote unquote. And, you know, like, I'm not a debunker myself, but I'm going to have a look at it today. Not to, like, I'm not one of those people, like, if you want, like, a very harsh critique, go and watch Beardo. If you want a very sarcastic critique, go and watch the Side-Eye Guy. If you want a very cynical breakdown, I suppose, go and watch someone like The Shape. I'm not, like, that guy that's going to, you know, be critical or horrible about Lee as a person, or his content for that matter, but what I am going to do is I'm going to look through it as someone who literally actually copied Lee's content at times and see if I could explain to you how I could recreate it, alright? Obviously, I can't say for certain it is fake because I'm not actually there, but, you know, I'll do it in, as the email said, a level and calm manner, which I like to think I am. But let's have a look. So obviously we've seen the intro already at the start of the video, so we saw something fall over. But there is something it is worth noting, right, from that intro. So let's just have a watch again. So as you can see there, the door, like, behind my fat head and bubble, moved open, and then something fell out. So, you know, there is an argument to be made that possibly there was, like, pressure against the door which caused the door to open and then something to fall out. Happens all the time. I've had it happen more times than I care to say. And, you know, if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're going to get smacked in the head by one of those things. But we'll move on, because there is something else worth noting. There, right? So just before Lee starts making noise, okay, you can hear, like, there's like a buzz, like a buzz, like a, you know, a staticky background noise, or like white noise kind of sound in the background, right? And as the thing falls, the noise is there, but then as soon as it falls out and it's like hits the ground, then the noise stops, right? Listen back to it. You can hear it there. We hear the things falling now. And it dies, right? As soon as the noise of the whatever it is falling out falls out, it's like it stops. Now, there are many theories for this, right? In my opinion, if I was to recreate this video, how I would have done it, like, is I would have had, obviously, these two recordings on separate timelines. So, like, the way that it's kind of been portrayed to us is that this thing's fallen out. Obviously, there's a camera on the landing. And Lee, his wife, and his dog are all on his bed. So everyone's kind of accounted for when this noise is made. If it were me recreating this video, these would have been shot at 2 different times, all right? So I would have had a video of me in bed with the dog and with my wife or whatever in bed. And then I would have had a separate recording at a different time that I probably would have either already recorded or I'm about to record. And I would have had, and there would be 2 separate recordings. And what I think and how I would recreate this is I would have overlaid the sound of the noise falling from the first camera that we saw, the one that said nest in the top corner. And I would have overlaid it into this footage, right, of Lee in his bed, or myself in my bed, to make it sound like it's happened at the same time, right? So then I seem like I'm accounted for. Does that make sense? I'm not very good at explaining this stuff. But you can hear like the bzzz and then the drop off, right? Because blatantly 2 separate cameras. Security cameras are fantastic, but their audio quality is like listening to drum and bass through a Pringles tube. Not very good at all. And so it does have this like bzzz, like whirring sound. Whereas this camera, if it's shot on like an actual camera or if it's shot on like a phone or whatever, it's going to be different audio quality. Like the audio on this, usually like it removes background noise as it records. So it gets a bit of a cleaner, crisper sound. So I think that's probably what could have possibly happened here. And I found this editing issue myself. It's really hard to match up those audios to make it sound like you're in the same place at the same time, if that makes sense. Anyway, moving forward.
Stay. Stay.
Now, obviously, the audio that we're hearing here is really crisp and clean because it's coming from this, right? Oh, you can't see. It's coming from this, which is like a Rode wireless microphone, which are really, really good. They're like lapel microphones. And the audio is clean, it's crisp. It's like having a studio microphone just on your chest. It's fantastic. And I think that's where the audio from Lee's bedroom was coming from. I've used stuff like this before. I could never get on with it myself. It's just too much setup, too much hassle, because I'm lazy. But yeah, that's where I think the clean and crisp audio, obviously from Lee's bedroom's coming from, and then the audio from this microphone or this camera that we're seeing on screen now, which obviously is a Nest. We're not hearing that audio anymore because obviously the audio quality's dog shit in comparison. Like, that's not a stab at Lee. That's just a fact. Like, audio from a camera is bad.
Boiler room door's been thinged, and there's like shit all over the floor. Apart from the recliner downstairs, it's 27th or 28th now. I've lost count of what day it is. But apart from the recliner downstairs, like, nothing has really happened over Christmas. This is the first thing, but the recliner, probably 10, 15 times.
Alright, so if this were me, again, obviously we're jumping footage. So if this were me creating this, what I would have done in that scenario. Right now, this footage here of Lee leaving the room and then coming back into the room is all kind of shot on different timelines, kind of clipped together to make it almost look as if it's all one seamless clip. That's how I used to do it. Sometimes it would pay off. Sometimes there'll be overlaps in the footage, and it would be like timings were a little bit off. Obviously, the bangs can also be integrated. There wasn't too much change in the audio, but again, I would have used that lapel microphone and just like had someone in the loft just going bang, 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 or even like just on a. If the video was finished after I finished recording everything, I just go up there myself, bang, 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 leave the microphone on like the banister, like here or something, and it would give off the same effect. Obviously, then Lee steps back, this door opens. I would have had someone in this room as well. Obviously, bear in mind, like the idea is that someone's in the room here. I would have had someone in this room pull the door open. Obviously, we can't see inside, and it's a door that moves inwards, so it's really easy to give off the effect that the door's opening by itself. So yeah, that's just how I would have done it. But yeah,
10, 15 top. Shit, I'm sorry. That has just scared the shit out of me. I was just talking, and then like some super loud bangs on the attic lid. It was definitely the lid, not the ceiling. And then I was scared of going out now. And the bathroom door. So that's what I came out to. Oh shit. But as you can see, like nobody can get in there. That box and all stuff, there is no room. And in there, it's just like, I don't know if you can see, it's just like the
boiler pipes. That's what's in there, I think. Obviously, we'll play the video on in a minute. Obviously, if this were me, I would have probably had the box leant up against the door. Okay, I'm not saying that this is what Lee does, by the way, at all. Like, but this is just if I was to recreate this. I would have had the box leant up against the door, put a bit of pressure against the door, and then when it was time for the footage to be rolling and for it to fall out, I would have just let go of that pressure on the door, and then the box, obviously the weight would have just pushed the door open, and then that thing would have come tumbling out as well. That's just how I would have done it.
that bit on the stairs. Yeah, we've took the Christmas tree and everything downstairs. Oh, it's all up now, it's all gone. And the cross was in the same position I've been up today. And the little one off Stacey's nan, that was in the same position. I'm actually probably going to go up now because, you know, I generally, if something, well, it's been crazy, the attic, but when it goes quiet, I generally try not to mess with it. But now we've had noise, I'm going to go up tomorrow, fill that thingy with all the water, put a fresh nail in. Getting that weird, we've got a camera there anyway, getting that weird sense that something's behind me. Let me get me. Camera. Stay, Lou. Stay. Always wants to come. Right, I'm just going to have a quick go on an app because I've not done anything really for over the Christmas period.
Now, I know apps are very heavily criticised, right? Like, usually 9 times out of 10, there's sometimes just word banks that are used, like especially with the Necrophonic app that I've used a lot. You'll notice it just regurgitates the same sounds off of a soundboard and just spits them out at random. And then you make of it what you will, and you can put something with it. I don't know what app Lee's using here. Let's have a little look. It looks, by me zooming, like having a little look at this, right, based off of what I can see here, I can't say for certain. It looks like it's the Spirit Talker app, which again has been one of those apps that's been heavily scrutinized for being a bit of a word bank and just kind of not as frequently spitting out words, but just spitting out words, so to speak. But we're gonna have a flick through because the title of this video is Terrifying and Very Painful Horror in My Haunted House. So I'm curious to see what the painful part is.
I need the night vision, won't be able to see it.
Oh,
I don't know if I can do it. Sharp.
Right, let's have a look here.
So.
No, it must be before this.
Are you in here?
Right, let's have a look. Okay.
What's that? Right, I've just felt a scratch on me. I don't know if this camera will be able to see that. I've just felt like a sharp pain on my right hand side. Don't know if I can do this. I need the night vision, won't be able to see it. Let me try. There.
Oh, okay. So obviously what we're being pointed to is this kind of scratch here, I'm assuming. I mean, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional. It doesn't... Let me just see it again. There, a bit clearer. I mean, in my opinion, it doesn't look fresh, of course. It does look like it's an older wound. I mean, if it was fresh, there would have been some... like a little drops of blood, especially where these deeper parts are. It does. I've been scratched by my own cat, and it's given off this kind of effect here. So, and it does look like it's already kind of. Are those marks there? I mean, this does look like it's already kind of scabbed over. And, that is something that you can play into a narrative, of course.
Just took a picture of that.
Okay, I'd be curious to see about the picture, without the night vision.
Yeah,
before I kind of
that.
definitely say that this is... Well, say what I want to say. No,
I don't know what's going on. You can't see.
Now, unfortunately, because of obviously the light that's being shone onto Lee, the night vision's not. It is reflecting off of the screen and bouncing back into the lens, so we can't see a thing.
Let's just put a picture of it on.
Did we get the picture?
Ah, shit, that is.
I'm curious to see the picture.
What's going on? Need trust.
Yeah, it is the Spirit Talker app. See, I know my paranormal apps. I know my paranormal
I
apps,
think I'm in
mate.
front of it now. It was
Right. I'm just gonna skim through the video. Okay, let's.
Um,
So we didn't get the photo, unfortunately. It would have been good to see if it was like a fresh cut or a not a fresh cut. You know, by having the photo on screen, it didn't happen. But again, that's one of those things where like you can, if like I never used a night vision camera, but it does give you a little bit of freedom in the sense that you can. Or a little bit of leeway, because things don't necessarily show as clear as if you were to use a proper camera with like a torch, for example. But that's just my opinion on it. Now let's fast forward to see the kitchen.
Stop.
Now this is a classic, the hobs, making them. I've done this one before. It was really simple. You have your recording device next to the whatever it is. Obviously the hobs are off camera, so there could just be someone there just like holding down the gas button. But I've done it before. You just literally go and you record, and then I never did it for too long because I was worried about like, you know, leaking gas into the air without like igniting it. So I literally did it for like a couple of seconds and then just took the audio and then just played it on repeat, and it gave off the same effect like this. It was just added in post-production when I did it. It was quite simple to do.
Gas it on or anything.
Okay, another one where it would be quite simple to do if I was to recreate this. Obviously, we can see here the bottom of the countertop is completely off camera. Like, I would have just had someone lie down here from the bottom of the fridge, pull the door open, gives off the effect that the spirit is doing that.
I know you're not going to do it, but I've got to ask. Can you move the fridge again? Move it again.
Now, people might make the argument that, you know, I've done this before where it looks like it's a continuity shot from the fridge. Obviously, Lee walking through and picking up the camera. Now, as we can see, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt with this one, but if it were me, when I go to pick up the camera and there's that cut provides either enough time when he's picking up the camera and walking through to the kitchen, gives enough time for whoever might be laying there to leave. I've done this before, so I know what I'm talking about. And or just before he picks up the camera and he cuts over to the next video of him picking this up, there could have just been a window of time where whoever was there leaves and then Lee picks it up, and because it's clipped together, it gives off the effect that he's just leant down, picked it up straight away, and he's walking through.
I know you're not going to do it, but I've got to ask. Can you move?
All right, let's see. Oh, did it open? Hang on.
Open it. You've seen how easy it is. You did it yourself.
Oh, he opened it.
Shut it.
That's a shame. I was literally about to be like, oh, that's interesting. That was not on the bingo card. Unsurprised. Wait.
So I'm just in kitchen making a green tea.
Oh, thank God it's a green tea, because I saw that and I was about to be like, what have you done to literally destroy tea? Like, that should not be clear, but it's a green tea, so that's fine. I'll let him off. But, you know, I'm just going to skim through the rest of the video. I don't think there's anything else that really happens within this video. I think it's kind of more Lee talking, hearing bangs and stuff. So, you know, there's my opinion on that video of Really Haunted. Of course, it's not me definitively saying it's fake or debunking it or whatever, because that's not my jam. It's just, you know, someone's asked me to take a look at it, and I've explained how I could possibly recreate more or less everything that happened within that video. Take from this video what you will. If you have enjoyed this, please be sure to email me over some other ideas of people that you would like me to check out, and I could possibly do the same thing. I've got a lot of experience in making paranormal videos, and I've watched a lot of channels along the way to kind of pick up ideas, or, you know, to see how things could have been done, and it always kind of like interested me. So I've actually had a lot of fun making this video. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments below, and jump to get the hell out of that like button as well. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.